Good evening, afternoon, or whatever time of the day it is you're watching this. Hello to new subscribers as well. Just wanted a quick update because I have done something in the garden. Well, hubby and self have. Look at this. The bay is in flower. That's gorgeous. Lobelia has come back nicely. I thought they were just annuals, but obviously they've come back again. So hopefully if I put them in there, they'll keep coming back. Nasturtiums are coming up. A couple of the broad beans are finally coming up. Harry's runner beans are looking really nice and healthy, in spite of the evidence of slugs. Really surprised about that. They normally munch every legume in sight. That was my Mother's Day gift, a live plant, as per usual. They know better than to buy me cut flowers in a pretty tin jug. So I'm very happy with that. The nasturtiums in there are coming up really nicely as well. And the bulbs. The bulbs are coming up as well, the gladioli. Yeah, the lobelia are recovering nicely. And the nasturtiums are coming back. Those seeds I just popped in a couple of weeks ago. Those I haven't put the carrots in yet, but I did sort out a big box of seeds to go out this week coming, or the week after. So that, oh dear, that's fallen in there. Oh, that'll take a while for that to get it shaped back again. But yeah, I just want to show you what we have done. As I said we were going to do. Excuse me, buttons. Sorry, sending you on a road trip. Look at that. The roof bit is built. And we only made it that wide because that's how wide the sheets are. There we go, we've built that out of all recycled wood. The only new wood is the end piece. The end piece and one of those noggins down the middle. That's it, the rest is all recycled from old bits of wood that we'd found elsewhere. So that's good, and we still have one sheet of plastic left, so guess where that's going? That way, to break that wind barrier. And I was going to build a big a wooden planter with trellis at the back and the plastic to stop the wind coming in there. But since then, I think I'm still going to build a planter at the bottom. However, we've still got all those tins. Remember those coffee tins we brought home from the coffee shop? They are going to be cut along the length of it so that if you turn it on its side, it's a trough. And we're going to cut them and mount them onto a frame. And I think I'm going to put them under there. I think that would be a great idea to put them there. We could do strawberries, cherry tomatoes, spring onions, herbs, all sorts of things like that could go under there, couldn't they? But I will put the box underneath, and I will trail a climbing plant around the top and sides of the troughs. So I think we're going to do that because I really like that idea. So it gives us a chance to recycle things that would have ended up in the skip because they had nobody who wanted to collect them. And we're going to turn them into planters on a frame so we can grow vertically. So yeah, I'm chuffed with that. The leeks finally look like they're showing some life. Excuse me, buttons. Dandelions, unfortunately I can't harvest those today because they've been in flower all day. So by the morning there'll be seeds. But there are some new ones there, and I'm going to pick as soon as they burst open. I'll pick them, dry them, well, wash them with a little bit of water and vinegar, dry them, and then I shall make something with them. And I'm dying to try a recipe for dandelion jelly and dandelion cordial and syrup. So I'm going to try that. Calendula are going to start flowering anytime. Look at that, there's a flower bud. So they'll be opening. I should be harvesting them. As soon as the feverfew bursts a bit bigger than that, I shall start harvesting that and drying it. I'm really disappointed that the chamomile hasn't come back this year because it's self-seeded everywhere. I'm going to have to start some more. Peony is really bursting into flower now. Those marshmallow plants there, the seedlings from last year, have survived the winter and been drowned. Really like plants like that. But yeah, so it's progress. We're doing something. Onions under there, I don't know if you can see them. They're growing. They're doing really well. The mint, I'm surprised it's come back because mint spreads outwards to the sides and then the bit in the middle dies. Look, that was last year's plant, and the roots spread outwards. So if your mint is spreading, that's why mint spreads, it moves outwards. So what you do is, while it's still young, by the autumn I shall chop this into 4 and put them in new pots, because I don't want them going in the ground, because they will spread, but as they spread they die in the middle, because that's how they spread. Oh, I just brushed that, and oh, the smell, oh, that calls for mint tea. Oh my goodness, lovely. The grapes are about to, look, they've got buds. They're about to send out some leaves very soon. Oh look, finally there's some leaves. Oh, and buds, flower buds, look at that. We shall have blossom on there soon. And there have been bees. And my alliums, look at that, alliums are starting to flower soon. Everything is doing exactly what I would hope they're doing. Oh look, a rosebud. And yet I was worried about this because it looks quite limp. Look at it. It looks quite limp, and I didn't know that it would actually, but it's going, and it's got a flower. It's got a flower bud. So there you go, that's lovely. This is the clematis for our aunt, and I've got some for my daughter as well, to encourage her to get her garden organized and sorted, so we can do that. This rose is taken off nicely. It's one of the cheapy ones that I had for Valentine's Day, because I bought 3 of them. That was my Valentine's present. We got 3 of them, so there, and 2 in the front. So, oh, something I touched is very, very sticky and sweet. What was that? I have a funny feeling it's the aphids on the, there must be aphids on the rose. Sticky syrup. Comfrey finally bursting into leaf there. The ochre surviving, but they'll have to go in the ground, or much bigger pots than that. But I'll leave them under the tree, because in the worst of summer they'll get some nice shade. Oh, I just love those flowers. They look like clovers. Oh, there's still some chamomile in there where the sweet williams were, and where there's new ones coming up, so they have survived. But yep, some chamomile. The blueberries, look at the flowers all over the blueberries. Oh, pretty, very pretty. It's exciting when this part of the spring, when everything bursts into life. Even the gooseberries, look at that. And yet this gooseberry is way, way, way far ahead than that one. I wonder why. Maybe it needs a lifting out of that pot, putting fresh compost underneath, because obviously it's sunk in the pot as well from last year. So if I just lift the whole root ball, put fresh compost and manure underneath, and then mulch the top of it when I put back, then that should pick up nicely as well, I'm hoping. That should be good. See this? Lincoln is the this I thought was the jasmine, and it looks like it by the flowers, but the leaves look similar to the clematis on the other side. But this is definitely clematis, so I think that's the jasmine, the other one. And something's been at it. Look, there's still leaf buds there, but it's not doing as well as the others. So I don't know what I want to do about that one to revive it, because there are buds, but it looks like something's been eating it. What do you want, Buttons? Sticks. No, we don't know where that wood comes from. You can't eat it. It's not fruit wood. Oh my goodness. So yeah, and this time of the day, in the evening actually, because the clocks just went forward yesterday, so we gained an extra hour in the day. That's why it's still light right now. It's lovely. And we see the remnants from behind the house coming from the west, the sunshine in that last corner there. But eventually there'll be another workshop there. I am convincing my hubby just to sort out the sheds that he already has there in that big shed, so that I could have that shed and take all the craft stuff out of the house. And then there will be a work space, and I can separate home from work. That would be lovely, and claim back the house from all the clutter from the crafts. A lovely thought. I'll win him over. He's not a hard one to win over, my darling. There, so that's where we are, folks. just 10-minute video, and that again will take an entire day to upload. Isn't that ridiculous? Oh, look at the peas. The peas, sunflowers are coming through. The dwarf borlotti beans are coming through. The sugar snap climbing peas. The hostas are looking lovely, and so the lettuces, so they can go out soon, the lettuces. I'm sure they'll be hardy enough to withstand the slugs. Microgreens, those way ready, so they'll be salad leaves now. And then I shall put some more seeds on the other side to take over, because this lot is also ready now for microgreens. And the lamb's lettuce I've been harvesting and putting into the smoothies. Look, my cobra beans have suddenly, since the weekend, just sprouted. I was worried about them last week. They didn't seem to be doing anything, because they were sprouted when I put them in the trays, and then didn't seem to be doing anything. And then just since the weekend, boom, they've burst into life. So I'm happy about that, because I like the cobra. They're good dual beans to have as green beans and the pods for legumes. The corn for the school, I don't know what we're going to do. We're just going to stick them in and see what happens. I will put oyas in before the holidays and mulch it, so we'll see. And there's the glass gem corn coming up now. They seem to be much slower than the ones on the top. I'll have to move them to the top as well, so they get more of the sunshine coming through there. Maybe that's what they need. So the mint will go in pot soon, unless there's any of my local friends who would like some of the mint. Then that can go to a new home, because I have 2 plants already of mint, so I don't need any more. And like I said, that one I'll be splitting, so I'll have plenty of mint. So if any of my local friends want that mint, they're welcome to it. The strawberries are surviving up there. They'll be going into some of those troughs as soon as we've got them ready on the frame. My Japanese bunching onions, some more leeks to go out as well. My Welsh bunching onions are just not doing very well at all. They seem to be struggling a bit, the Welsh bunching onions, but I will do more. Look, the marigolds are all sprouting there, so that's good. The loofah seem to be struggling a bit more, so maybe I need to move them back in the house again. I think I'll have to move them back in the house, because they've suddenly slowed down. Something terrible in there growing. So yeah, all right, my lovelies, I can't take much longer with this video, because it's going to take forever, an entire day. It'll be uploaded. If I upload it now, it'll be done by the morning. So my lovelies, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a lovely evening and day. Do like, subscribe if you do, and as my grandson says, don't forget that notification bell. And I shall see you again soon. Some more things happening with the crafts, so I'll let you know what that is later in the week. And for now, enjoy whatever season you're in, whichever hemisphere you're in or on. Oh no, I'll do that next time. I'll remember that next time. Speak to you soon. Bye.